Last session was actually pretty simple. You found, you went into the castle. You found Bekendi's body, as well as his journal, which described his attempt to essentially create a spirit his spirit away to a plane of infinite dreams under his control. I don't believe you did. If I'm not mistaken, you found a secret room as well as some loot. Was there anything else about him that you guys found? I don't think so.
He was the one who tainted the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Thing.
He's the one who effed up the Cyclops' lens of revelation and turned it into that immortal dreamstone with the help of a hag.
Because he wanted to piss off to his own dream demi-plane.
Yeah. So you found that. And then, of course, you fought BloodEdge, the self-proclaimed vampire king and captain of the Midnight Massacre, the
Lord
pirate.
Strahd would not like that.
The pirate captain of the undeads that you have been fighting since you managed to make it to the island. You defeated him, and I don't believe there's anything I'm missing too major. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
I know we ended immediately after killing him.
Yeah. So, just as a quick, I think I'll do, hold on, looking for music. That's a little bit more fitting for the vibe.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, Cody. Sorry, didn't respond.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just making sure you guys could hear me. I'm talking a little softly, so maybe I'll talk a little louder.
Okay. So, before anyone does anything, let me just set the scene a little bit. This music is not exactly what I want, but it's actually decently close. Putting it in music now. Please listen to that for now. As you, if I remember correctly, fisted him from afar as he attempted to escape in gaseous form, you are greeted with a rain of blood covering over near the entire part of the chamber. You blink, and you are outside of the chamber, back in the fort. Whatever demiplane that was has been destroyed and ejected you back out into reality.
I am sad.
You, of course, have all of the corpses of vampires and BloodEdge around you. Well, lack of a corpse for BloodEdge. However, you do see his head, which sort of lazily bounces off of the ground and rolls to your feet. His eyes are closed, and then open with a start. His blood red eyes focusing on the three of you. And he says, well, that was surprising.
A talking head. That's crazy.
What part was this surprising? Was it you getting your ass kicked, or like which part specifically?
I never thought a group of mortals could defeat me, but
Not mortal. Okay, whatever.
well, what have you? Are you going to use me as a personal fuckhead, or are you going to ask me some questions? Or try fruitlessly to kill me? I'm eager to hear your choice.
Do you think Mephistopheles would like just like an immortal head?
I was just thinking the same thing, bro.
I
was just thinking the same damn thing. Woo! Yep, that's where he's going.
This plan sounds acceptable.
I call up my homegirl real quick.
Wait, before we send him to Mephistopheles, we should definitely ask some questions. Did we get the artifact? or are we still hunting for that?
The artifact is just there. It's just there.
All right. Hey, uh, Mister Nobody. Uh, is if I touch that artifact, am I gonna die, or is it gonna hurt me in any way?
No, please. Go sip from the chalice. And you guys see a chalice filled with red liquid. It looks a little bit like this. I'll just put this in a bestiary.
Bestiary.
Yeah, weird place to put it, but that's what it looks like.
Or is it actually like a mimic gauntlet, a thing of blood, and you're just
Oh.
drinking this?
No, it's not a mimic. I swear, it's a totally normal chalice of red, undiscernible liquid. Safe for consumption. I implore you, please take a sip.
I pull out my phone to call the girl and just hold it.
1 second.
He looks at you, Ida. Give me an intimidation roll, Ida, really quickly.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to sense motive, take 10. Give me a
60.
second for what that is.
Sure, we'll do intimidation, then sense motive. So I'll wait for
Can I
you. to roll.
aid?
Well, which one do you want to aid? One or the other?
I want to aid the sense motive.
Okay, go ahead and roll for aid.
I should have just took the 10. I pressed the roll button.
That's how it goes.
So 44.
Okay. Wow, it's funny that you guys both got the same damn roll. So intimidation first, Ida. You have the. I don't remember what we described this item to be exactly, but you have the means of contacting Maltara, Mephistopheles' secretary, at the ready. You just said. Did you guys out loud say the Mephistopheles threat?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
For sure.
looks at you, Ida, and this man is very resistant to intimidation. But Ida, you're not like the other girls. He says, "Wait. I would prefer not to be locked up in Mephistopheles' accursed vault for all of eternity. So I will play along for now." Hex and Goliad, as he says that, and the sort of vibe you're getting, he said that killing him is like fruitless, essentially impossible. Was not lying. You don't understand what's happening. You've done nothing to understand what is going on here. But he seems to be a rather, how would I say? A rather coy, cunning, and deceitful individual. Although, at the moment, you think he's a little bit more encouraged to be honest.
Hex will eat his ear.
The ear slowly begins to grow back. He says, "Yes, please, partake upon my flesh." All right, what do you... He looks you up and down. Creatures wish to know. Let's get this over with so I can go back to any other place. Preferably not Mephistopheles' vault.
Ida telepathically. I think it's really funny that this boy thinks he has a choice where he's about to end up.
That's very funny.
This is, I believe, what you refer to as ironic humor.
What do you know about the?
Object.
I was gonna ask what he knows about the Hurricane King.
Oh, which one do you prefer? I'll answer both. The Hurricane
Answer him first.
Sure. The chalice, then. The chalice filled with red liquid is an artifact. It comes from the Apocalypse Archive. Are you familiar with that demiplane?
I can try to roll. I got a 9. 16.
This Okay. He kind of looks at the three of you and says, I would assume, Ida, you are actually not familiar with the Apocalypse Archive. It is very, very rare knowledge.
Ooh, you
I
can
roll.
spend a momentum for 1d6.
That's true. If you
Quick,
want to.
everyone
Beat a
aid me.
three.
Everyone aid
Uh,
me. Everyone aid
so
me.
I can't
Infantry,
aid.
shut up.
So,
Cody, roll an intelligence check, please.
for a knowledge
I
plan,
got you,
can
bro.
You can get a 10. You can
Oh, and then you can spend a momentum to assist the aid.
get a 10.
Please.
Yeah, let me do this. You said knowledge planes?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, we're outside. We have the NPCs with us again.
You're currently still, yeah, you're not in the, yeah. Alright, so,
43.
Conchabar
he's-
does not know anything of planes.
yeah, okay, so, so when he says the Apocalypse Archive, you are, Ida, this is knowledge that normal people could never fathom. This is things that rarely even someone with the authority and power of a king or demigod would know. The Apocalypse Archive is a special demiplane that is a museum. No one knows who the actual owner of the museum is. All that anyone knows is that it is a collection of the strongest artifacts that existed in a world before the world was destroyed. Normally,
Pre-Phrasma.
what'd you say?
Pre-Phrasma.
Yeah, pre-Pharasma, and over like, some areas in which the gods have no domain. These are like alien planets, aberrations essentially, type of planets. Yeah, the Dark. Like these are planets that existed far before the gods and exist in realms far beyond their control. It is a museum of just like the items there. Most of the items in that museum actually cause the destruction of their planet, although not all of them. To visit there is a very, very rare and honor, a very, very rare honor, you essentially surmise. He looks at you and expectantly kind of catches you sort of thinking, he says, oh, you're more well schooled than I would have thought. Well, Apocalypse Archive being a treasure trove of variety of items that have world-shattering potential, was not so much raided, but an item was acquired by Mephistopheles from that collection, and then I happened to acquire the item as well. The chalice is filled not with blood, nor of anything you could ever truly understand. You could only understand it by taking a sip. However, to take a sip of it is to open yourselves up to life in a way few mortals could ever comprehend. It's the space in between the stars, the universe that exists within each stem.
I shove
of
the
our
chalice down his
bodies.
throat and make him drink.
I
force his mouth open. There are 4 of these. I'm assuming.
No. This is the chalice and the blood are two different things.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. He just says, it is a marvelous artifact, and it is the reason for my ascension. It grants you... Oh, yes.
I
Please
pick it
interrupt
up,
me.
and I start making airplane noises very loudly to interrupt him.
Liquid sloshes and moves about. It's at the brim, but it never seems to spill.
I'm getting real tired of you talking. Can you just tell me what it does?
Essentially, it allows you to understand life essence and then manipulate it. You can heal yourself, you can sense life, you can manipulate life to an almost divine degree. That includes yourself and others. The benefits are a myriad and take many decades to unlock. Does that answer your question?
Sure.
Who has spade stamp?
Probably Goliath.
A spade stamp? Yeah, like I'd
Yeah.
probably be.
Let's copy this guy's immortality.
Oh,
That's a good Pokemon card to have.
It's so funny,
Yeah.
actually.
And I think the only thing that would probably do it is another artifact, which the stamp is.
Hold on. Let me actually look up the stamp again. Please tell me I wrote this down somewhere.
Do
Oh
we
my
have
God.
the Pinecone Pig from Vilrain? Can we try to copy the artifact?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a 1d100. I think the
I
chance is.
think is 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
you have to
1%
roll a
chance. This would. It's a 5% chance. Okay.
Oh, it's a 5% chance to copy an
Yeah.
artifact?
That's
Well,
wild.
actually, for an artifact, it's 1%, but for a cast level 20 item, it's 5%. Um. Yeah. Okay, the stamp. Wow, I didn't write the stamp down. Effing anywhere. Hold on.
There
Add
was
it on
some
my sheet.
instructions in quick loots, like there's envelopes and stamps for copying, but we never explained who needs to do what to get what.
Essentially,
Basically,
you
with
just
like
need to.
3 slots.
Yeah, so you need to cover the stamp in the lifeblood of the creature you want to copy an ability of, and then stamp it into the actual like box. After that, you just need to stamp it onto yourself, and you have the ability.
Okay.
We'll deal with that in a second. He says, next, the Hurricane King. You wish to know more about him?
yes. Because I mean, you went ahead and did all of the. I mean, you did his little test and were his little puppet thing for a minute, right? That's how you got this island, right?
After your killing of his first mate, the Hurricane King went into a bit of a downward spiral, as it was. You see, he's so.
Boy shouldn't have talked out of turn.
Yes, many people across the shackles have actually adopted that exact joke from you. Regardless, killing him caused a chain reaction of events. Hurricane King losing the only person he could really trust caused him to go more paranoid, and therefore, he decided to make some rather questionable business decisions. He devoted his army to hunting you down, even though you're but a single crew. He did a few other notable things. He looks at you, Ida. He says, "Ah, yes, you're familiar with some of his actions recently, aren't you?"
Yeah, I'd say so.
He attacked, and looking at Ida, he says, he attacked a few notable settlements and tried to force them to give of their wealth and possessions, to occupy them as it was. And of course, he killed people he thought were spies and the like, although he missed quite a few. He promoted Peppery Longfarthing for her assistance in these matters, and then, well, he opened himself up to the annexing of Cheliax. Currently, he's fighting a war on, well, one front and then one imaginary front, but considering you killed me, I assume you actually have the power to oppose him. Correct?
I feel like we're not actually 100% sure. We probably do.
We're for certain we could kill him. It's him and his army is the issue.
If you don't have an army to kill him, you won't be able to kill him. He'll be shooting you with literally hundreds of cannons, and no matter how dexterous you are, you won't be able to dodge all of them.
I mean, pretty good at dodge.
Hmm.
Is you have any enemies we just don't know about? I mean, obviously, if you were spying on them, you would know, right?
He thinks for a moment and says, I know some of them, but not the ones that most likely matter. Ever since his outbreak of bad decisions and paranoia, many people have kept their mouths shut for fear of retribution. He still does hold quite some power, you must understand.
So you're saying they're cowards, not fit to be pirates? I understand.
There's cowardice, and then there's not banging your head against a steel dragon.
What does
Interesting.
Steel Dragon taste like?
Metal.
So you saying I should drink this?
Oh, I think it would be most entertaining. Although I doubt you could draw out all of its potential. You would start to see things a little differently.
Well, I've sold my soul for less. Anyone opposed to me having a sip of this damn thing?
Uh, that doesn't just like turn you evil, does it?
Oh, it couldn't turn me evil if it tried. And she just
You having a
smiles at
sip.
you.
Smile back. You having a sip's not going to affect bringing that to Mistopheles, is it?
I don't think so. He just told us to bring it back. He didn't say in what condition. Oh, I
Fair.
love contracts.
He wants it because it's supposed to be his. Less intention to actually care about what it does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Here, hold on a second. And Ida goes into the rubble and finds a couple of like random glasses. Anybody got any wine or anything? Let's have a toast.
Are you all
I have
drinking it?
gin.
No. Ida's the one drinking it, but we're gonna have a toast together.
Yeah, gin. Does that work?
Yeah, that'll work. So I
Do you
clear
feel
off the
it'd be
table.
Negative or positive if I also consume some of it?
It depends on how many there are. I mean, I'll go first and let you know how it is.
There's about to be a
Yes, you will be
one-man
the
party.
test subject.
So we pour a couple glasses of gin and we sit Blood Edge, the head of Blood Edge, Mimir style, on the
On a
table
pike.
next to us.
I
and
pull
say,
out like a really silly straw to give to him.
All right, everybody, to my health, or what's left of it. She drinks it.
Okay. Ida,
Uh-huh.
can you move to timeout real quick?
Of course.
Meow. Ida, your mind, it expands. You see everything. Everything that life touches. Your heart, the blood pumping through your veins, the blood pumping through the veins of your friends, allies. You see every single molecule, every atom. You understand how it all comes together, how it all works. And you reach out and you grab it, Ida. You grab it and you twist it. You twist it into whatever form you want. You feel your blood boiling. You feel it so painfully singeing to your insides. It feels as though it wants to escape your body. You sense the pain and suffering of every creature you have ever killed. Every memory that they have floods you in an incomprehensible mess of information, and you feel whole. Return to the big one.
Whoa!
Are you alive? Are you dead?
Ida looks at you. Goliath, did you know your
Hey.
blood type is O negative?
I didn't realize
Have
blood
you
had
become-
types. I thought it was just all red.
Have you become quasi-vampiric?
I don't know. Let me check. She looks up at the
Ooh,
sun.
you could try drinking Blood Edge's blood.
You look up at the sun. You're fine. There's nothing wrong. It's just the sun. You see each individual flare of the sun, like so there's constant like energy just like kind of wafting off from that big ball of light.
Mhm.
You see everything.
Cool.
It's quite mesmerizing, actually.
Well, currently, I just see more colors than usual. Can anybody
I think
go
it would
invisible?
take years to master its power.
Yes, yes. Although, in a few minutes, you might be able to gain access to its primary ability. And
Which one's
Ida,
that?
he says nothing. Ida, you feel the rats. You feel the worms. You feel Blood Edge. You feel your friends. Perfectly around you. Every living creature cannot hide from you at all. You are perfectly aware of every movement they take, the strain of their muscles, the expanding of their lungs.
Oh. It's kind of cool and also kind of annoying. It's a good thing I'm patient.
Is it a constant data stream of annoying thoughts of people who can't understand how to not think?
Yeah, kinda. Except it's also like how they move and stuff, and oh, that squirrel just farted over there.
We just gained life sense.
Sounds like it.
I have
Uh,
felt sense.
He says, unfortunately for you, that chalice is a bit of a drug. You see, you can't really master it without constantly intaking its, well, liquid.
She looks at it.
If you wanted to perhaps betray Mephistopheles, I could tell you how to delve a little bit deeper without you also needing to take decades of your life to understand it.
I hand the chalice over to Hex.
Yes. What would you like me to do with it?
Take a shot, baby.
Hex bites the side of the chalice.
Sure, some liquid slips in through your teeth. You can't dent it at all, or damage it in any way whatsoever. But you also just have this profound. Hold on, you're an android, right?
Yes, I am humanoid and construct.
For a brief moment, all of your memories return. You understand the depth of your being and every single experience that has ever occurred to you. You see the memories of every single person you've ever met. You feel life in a way you've heard described by others, but never been able to truly understand yourself. You see everything and you feel whole. A few minutes later, you also are able to perceive all life around you to a disturbing level. Although for you, it manifests potentially a little more differently. It's less a feeling and more logical. You're seeing the way people move and the status of each organ in their body almost like a video game with trackers and numbers and anything to help you make sense of it in the way Hex makes sense of it.
What does it tell me about Blood Edge?
He's someone who has sipped from the chalice from a very long time. Ida and Hex, looking at him, he has used the powers of the chalice to remake himself nearly completely. He is a vampire who has removed all negative effects of vampirism. He has honed every single fiber, muscle, molecule in his body to perfection. He has unlocked any potential remaining within his brain, and using some rudimentary magic, most likely helped his appearance. He is a being more closely associated with like a demigod than like an actual person. He's mythic rank 8. He is exceedingly powerful.
All right, well,
Yeah.
go ahead. You want to take a shot at
How
this?
fast does he regenerate?
He regenerates 5. Regeneration 5.
And with the chalice, how much damage does my stomach acid do? Or whatever the internals of Hex, which devours monstrous amounts of objects quickly.
I don't know, I feel like 1d6 acid damage. It's probably fair. Because you still need time to digest. You can't eat infinitely, but yeah.
And I can with. And what's his AC inside of a stomach? 5? For a touch attack?
No, it's yeah, probably like 10.
It doesn't just auto hit if it's acid.
The acid auto hits. Yeah.
No, I meant I need to touch him with the inside of my stomach. With him inside.
Probably like a
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm running some numbers.
Okay.
Blood
Well,
Edge. Have you ever heard of the tales of the barbarian's bingo?
Joshua has, but Edge looks at you and says, I don't think I quite understand what you're implying, young android.
Oh, it was chapter 2 of volume 3, Immortality Killed the Lich.
You're going to do something horrible, aren't you?
Wait! I hit him with my sap. It stops healing for 1 round. Alright, go crazy.
Hex will eat Blood Edge alive.
Nom.
Okay. Okay.
As part of the touch attack, I will strip his regeneration.
Okay. For like the second round.
Well, it will continue for 10 rounds. And then
Are
as
you-
swift action, it reapplies for another 10 rounds.
So
And then reapplies for another 10 rounds.
So again, what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to keep him stored inside of you?
Oh, because as long as he's inside of me, I will have his regeneration. And his auras, and his flight, and his immunities. I can strip them rapidly and take them for myself.
Oh my god.
I am Hexus, the ever-adapting.
Wow.
Okay. So Hex, you know I'm not gonna let this one happen.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna let this one happen. We can talk about that after the session. I like the idea of stealing abilities. The idea of constantly having an ever changing array of abilities to permanently steal is a little bit problematic for this level.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that a little later. Although I will give you a bottle cap for the creativity of it. I actually do think that's extremely intelligent.
Bottle or villain?
We'll say bottle cap for the ingenuity of it. For the ingenuity of it, more so.
Because
Okay.
This is perfectly in line with Hex's mindset.
Okay.
With what we've seen. She adapts. She just found something that she can constantly rip apart and devour. We'll
Okay.
see if Blood Edge becomes the ultimate chew toy.
At this point,
Goliath, do you want a drink of this thing before I turn it over?
No, I think one of
Oh,
us needs to abstain just to
Oh wait,
rein in the others if it has a negative
I've
effect.
found a flaw, so we can't do this. Hex does eventually occasionally have to sleep. And the effect only lasts a minute.
I see what you mean.
So do you just want to give him over to Mephistopheles instead?
Well, we should still do the stamp to at least rip one ability from him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we will get one of his abilities through a stamp. And then we're turning him over to Methos.
What ability do you want to take?
What do you got?
Or do you want me to tell you what his abilities are?
Immortality's pretty stout. How long does the stamp last?
It can hold up. It can only be applied to one person at a time, but infinitely on that person.
Yeah, it's basically a slotted item. We
Yeah,
fill one slot with his thing.
It can be like washed off. It's not impossible to like literally create water could remove it. But it lasts until it's removed.
Someone would need to know where it is in the box. Basically, if someone figures out we're doing this, they could stop us.
Yeah, essentially. It's easy to stop, but it lasts forever. I mean, he has all the mythic vampire abilities.
We only get one, so yeah, get a list and just pick one for one person.
Just hold on, I'll send you guys the mythic vampire thing. Hold on, this. He's this with his own like class abilities essentially that you know, those you can't get, but everything else, you can get. Including like telekinesis, the ability to create spawn, the ability.
Telekinesis.
Yeah, I guess that's not really necessary. Energy drain, any undead trait, stuff like that. But decide that later. For right now, Ida and Hax, you also sense something. Hax is eating Blood Edge. You sense within his stuff those 4 doses of progenitor blood. They have a very experimental energy to them.
I don't even know if it's possible for my species to become vampire.
Is that what that does? Blood Edge, are you still here?
Your muffled voices from inside Hax.
Oh, damn. Alright, well,
I
anyway.
realized a flaw in my plan.
Hold on, we'll talk about the flaw in a second. Eat it first. What do you say?
I'm gonna call up my girlie real quick.
Oh, hey there, Ida. How you doing?
Hey, baby, I got you something real nice.
Oh, I hope you done got us that artifact, the chalice with the red liquid, right?
I sure did. Right here in my hand.
Oh, you are too special. Go ahead and give me just 1 second. Hold on, I'm dealing with a client. I'll go ahead and plane shift right over. 1 moment, honey. 15 seconds later, Maltara steps out. I really need to get a picture for her. Maltara steps out into the air. She says, "Ooh, it smells like blood in here. Y'all ain't been up to anything too nasty, have you?"
No, just dealing with the weird vampire dude. He thought he was cool. He's not.
Oh, that's how everyone thinks, Edith. Sometimes people just want to feel special, and that's all they want,
I understand that.
Do you want the person who stole it?
Oh, no. Mephistopheles don't care too much about that. He just wants his item back, the chalice with red liquid. I believe you're holding it right there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, here you go.
She takes it. And hold on. I need to go and review the uh, deal really quickly. Hold on. Okay. She takes the artifact. It disappears. You watch as two other demonic women rise from a pool of hellfire and ash and surround you. Um, a contract materializes in front of Maltara and says, Ida, it seems you and Goliad have fulfilled the terms of your contract.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
Do you have anything else you'd wish to say to us, Mephistopheles' personal, I suppose you could say, secretaries? Anything you'd like him to know about before we conclude our business together?
No, as for me, just tell him I'll see you soon.
Relatively speaking.
Goliad?
Goliath.
Goliad?
Cody?
Cody? Are
I
you
was
muted?
muted.
Oh.
My bad. I think there's something I'm missing, but I don't remember it, so it's chill. I'm just gonna say, hey, yeah, I'm good. Say hi to old Neffy for me. Uh, you know, hope to see him soon in a non-violent and non-negative fashion. Uh, you know, at it. Pleasure doing business. Uh, would make a contract with you again.
Oh, I bet Mephistopheles would love to make a contract with you two again, and Hex as well. If you ever need anything, please let us know. We'd be happy to sign your souls over to Mephistopheles at his earliest convenience.
I've never
Gotcha,
had the
gotcha.
opportunity to match switch with them. It's only been you two going.
Yes. Well, we'll have to fix that up in the future, won't we? Mephistopheles also wanted me to say this was one of his most enjoyable contracts he has the pleasure of signing in the last 200 years.
Well, I appreciate that.
Likewise, y'all. All right, y'all take care and get back safe.
And as you say that, Maltara says, the terms of the contract have been met, and both parties shall amicably depart from one another. And the contract that you would sign kind of rolls up into a nice little rolled up bundle and bursts into hellfire. She gives you a bow, and with the snap of a finger, she is gone.
Uh, did we get to keep the way to contact her?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't
Good.
believe we got the devil on speed dial.
Yo, for real. That's the sesh title.
That's the sesh title, bro. That's the sesh title. Okay.
Speed Dale, like me, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's something.
Alright, is Blood Edge gonna come out alright? Can I, like, put him on my belt and carry him around like a talking head, or is he, like, gone forever?
I'm currently digesting him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep this up all night.
Can I cut you open and get him out?
I could just throw up. It'd be much easier.
Oh, well. Please, go ahead.
Hey,
And I believe it would be more humiliating for him.
That's true,
I
actually.
do have a question.
You guys are sadists. What?
How did Hex swallow this dude if it's a full head?
her head.
Like,
Seen
Her-
what
have
Hex
you
has eaten?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, honestly, Hex's jaw unhinging like a snake and wrapping around Blood Edge's entire skull is the least disturbing thing of this session so far.
well, I
If
was just
you
gonna say
op-
because
if you look into Hex's mouth, like past the throat, you see like a grinder wheel.
okay, that makes sense. I was just curious because every time Hex eats something, I assume Hex is like chopping it up into small enough bits that to be shoved into the mouth, but that's a little weird and hard to do with a head.
Yeah,
Oh.
no. With like I would
You've
say
seen-
Hex.
Hex has eaten multiple human bodies in one sitting.
Yeah, no. Like
Yeah.
Hex can probably unhinge her jaw to disturbing levels. And to
Okay,
consume.
okay.
It's horrible. It's
Remember-
horrifying.
Hex is not a biological entity.
That's right.
Very true.
I was gonna follow those rules.
Hex will
Horrors.
open up and spit Blood Edge out. The return trip's even worse than the down trip for him.
He sort of regenerates back. You notice that his regeneration stops when his head is back to normal. It doesn't continue to the rest of his body. He says, opening his eyes, in my 457
I cast create
years
water.
of life.
Oh, sorry, honey. You looked a little dirty after all that, so I had to clean you up.
In my 457 years of life, I have never been humiliated and attacked as much as I have in the last hour. No one has ever dropped a tornado on me, nor killed all of my men, destroyed everything I've worked up to build, and sold my final, most important artifact back to its rightful owner. This, undoubtedly, is the worst day of my existence.
Well, it's about to get better. Here. And I tie him around my belt. You coming
Hex
with
will
me?
drop her. Hex will drop her illusion for a moment. You see, not Hex, this pirate lady. You see this massive behemoth armored of skeletal wings and 4 arms, holding glowing axes. This is what beat you.
You know, that does make it better somehow. He
And
looks
then
at you,
Hex
Ida.
returns to the illusion.
He looks at you, Ida, and he says, do you also have an illusionary form far more intimidating than this current one?
Damn, girl. I'm just a girl, okay? I don't understand
Ah.
none of that shit.
Well, I was feeling better, and now I'm not.
I'm just a walking cow. That's, I mean,
Move.
Move, bitch.
yeah. You got killed by a hamburger, my guy. I don't know what to tell you.
That was so bad. I'm gonna give you guys a group villain point for how horrible this interaction has been. This has truly been the worst interaction of the entire game. He says, attached to your hip. So, now that you have me as a trophy, what exactly are you planning on doing?
Carrying you around for the rest of this campaign and having you chip in on conversations every now and then. Here, let me add you to my inventory sheet. What would you like to be called in my inventory sheet?
Oh my fucking god, bro!
Hey, wait, does this count as a new crew member?
Yes. Blood Edge, have you ever considered the life of a pirate?
Bro, it's just
We're so bad.
Everyone moves closer towards evil after that. Everyone just moves a step closer to chaotic evil. Oh my god, bro, that was truly something. Blood Edge. Oh my god, Blood Edge just kind of.
One step towards evil, that would make true neutral.
Oh my god. Yeah. Just everyone. Every, oh my god. Blenheim just kind of is like there, unable to do anything. He says, "I really don't understand how I've gone so wrong. If I might so ask one question, what did I do to deserve this?"
Oh, actually, we can show you. Come on, let's go. Anybody got that body of that dumb fucking whoever that's supposed to be important in
Oh.
this adventure? Here, let's
Oh,
go.
yes, the candy.
Yeah, whatever his
You
name
you,
is. I
you
pick
go
him
to the
up,
body.
and then I go into where Ederly is and Sandara,
Oh, him. Yeah.
and I just hold up the head. Actually, this is a big reason why.
Sandara is like with Ederly. She's been like checking over him. He's woken back up. He goes, oh, that's him. That's the one who did this stuff to me. He's just shaking.
I've eaten him and then threw him up.
I shot water all over him.
I punched him.
Would you like to stab him? We have plenty of weapons. It
He
might help with your trauma.
Sandara
It's called
just kind of-
violence therapy.
Sandara just kind of looks at him and says, "You know," and she puts her hands on Ederly's shoulder. You know, Ederly, I know they're a little bit crazy, and definitely sociopathic, psychopathic, and completely devoid of any real morality or sort of control for their actions, but they're really good guys. Here, take
I am
this
a
knife.
professional therapist.
Here, take this knife. And she puts a knife in his hand. She says, "Go ahead and listen to them. Go and stab the talking head." Blood Edge looks at you, Ida, and says, "Are you serious? This is the reason why I deserved all of that."
Yeah. Go ahead, baby.
We smash cut to 10 minutes later. Ederly is covered in blood, and he's been stabbing for a straight 10 minutes. He cried, and then he laughed, and then he calmed down. And he looks up at you and says, "I do not know what I've done to deserve this kindness from you, but Kendi would not be as kind as you. I will do all in my power to repay this kindness in whatever way you see fit." And he gives you like a formal bow, and he says, "You
Have
will
you
be
ever
my
thought of
captains."
working at a restaurant?
Oh, no.
We'll hook you up with Ambrose when we get back.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do like cooking, though. It's very calming. It helps with. Yes, it
Yes,
helps.
Ambrose could use apprentices.
Oh, all right. I don't. The vampires never spoke of a ship arriving on shore. Is your ship nearby?
Yeah.
Oh shit! It only sits.
Oh, I have a solution to that.
So do I. You go first.
Well, mine doesn't have a delay. It's then. So, should I take this one here?
Yeah,
and
take it
we
back to
meet
Ambrose.
back up there? Okay,
Sure.
come on with me.
Italy follows you. Sandara says, "I'll stay with you guys for now. Just in
Hex
case."
grabs her axe and cuts the air.
You mother. You
Wrist
gonna
strike.
teleport? Do
No,
you
it's lesser teleport, so let's roll that 1d100.
roll a 1d100? I guess at this level, you guys should have teleport, though, right? Like,
Yeah,
What
we should have had
level?
teleport for a while.
yeah, this is like your first actual proper teleport. Juliet would have had it. Roll that 1d100. High is bad, low is good.
That was good. Yep.
You're very familiar.
Let
You're
me
going to Bull's Bluff, right?
No, we're going to. Yeah, Bull's Bluff. That's what it's called. Let me
Okay.
check if there is a mischance for wrist strike. 100 points for a base attack. That's fine. Oh yeah, that doesn't look like there is a mischance.
Okay.
As long as it's somewhere that exists. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm trying to turn. Now the penalty is I can do this once an hour, and I'm exhausted the entire time,
All right, I got you.
which is good because a 94 would have been bad.
That would have been very bad. You are very familiar, so actually a 94 would have been on target. But you guys, you cut through the space. Ederle just looks at the crack in reality, looks at Sandara. She gives him like a double thumbs up, and then he walks through it with X.
Yep, if it's a place I have not been to before, it's a 1d20 off target for
Okay.
distance.
Got you.
So let me, for the first time in existence, Hex now has the exhausted condition because this bypasses immunities.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you're going over there. Understood. How did I do that? Go ahead and play the tense path music really quickly, Ida and Hex, or Ida and Goliath.
Oh,
Yep.
As something happens immediately after Hex leaves.
Uh-oh. How immediate are we talking?
I'm talking the moment Hex is gone, this happens.
Damn.
Actually, I can't come back for another hour.
You watch, as a sort of, you feel a presence behind you, and you turn to see a familiar face. This is the ever elusive, very easily remembered and lovable Peppery Longfarthing. You remember her?
Ida doesn't.
Oh, Ida doesn't. Goliad, you do.
yeah.
She says,
A pepper.
she kind of looks and she says, "Hello. Goliad, a pleasure to see you again.
Oh.
How are you doing?"
Hello.
Well, you're here, so as you can imagine, it's in a time.
Who's this?
Old crewmate. Before we had the ship.
Ooh, I like your hair, girl. You looking
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate that. It's hard getting the right conditioner and shampoo.
What do you,
You're here to try and kill us?
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, no. I could never kill you. You killed Blood Edge, didn't you? And you see Blood Edge go, "Yes, they did, Peppery, as you can clearly see."
Well,
She gives him a
first
smile.
of all, as you can see, he's still talking. I don't know about you, but when I'm dead, I can't speak.
There are spells that help with that, Goliath. I'm sure you're familiar with them.
No, I don't touch magic.
I doubt my current capabilities would be enough to kill you. Although I could definitely hurt you. Regardless, that's not why I'm here. Your friend Hex just left, did she not?
Perhaps.
How fortuitous timing, then. A coincidence, one could say. Well, I shan't, distract you for too long. I really just have a very minor request of you.
Okay. What do you need?
That head on your belt. And she points towards Blood Edge.
Oh, come on. This was gonna be the new mascot.
Oh, that would be very, very funny. Hex, mute your mic. We're getting some noise. Peppery says, of course. I'm sure you'd like to torture him for a good long while. Gods know he deserves it. But I have a proposition. You do know how I love my deals, don't you, Goliath?
Yes, I'm aware. Have you talked to Juliet about this?
Oh
Or
no,
you just
Juliet
don't-
doesn't. Juliet doesn't know.
Okay.
What deal can you possibly trade for the new lovable mascot of the High Rollers Pirates?
That's true.
3.
We're gonna put him on a flag.
She chuckles for a second. She says, "Oh my, I'm almost tempted not to make a deal with you for that." But it says, "Peppery, focus." And she regains her composure. She says, "I would like to offer 3 pieces of information for you. Information that I think could help you in your battle against the Hurricane King."
If we kept the guy that's been spying on the Hurricane King, wouldn't we get like infinite information that we wanted? I mean, surely
Oh,
he's got to know about as much as you do if he's been spying on the Hurricane King all this time.
that Edge
Or
says,
is he that worthless of a spy? I mean,
you see like a vein pop in Blood Edge's head. He says, "I am not worthless, and my primary duty was not to spy. The information that I provided to you is simply anything any schmuck or idiot with half a brain could figure out."
What?
oh, so that's why you knew it. Okay.
Here's my question, Blood Edge. As a new crewmate of the High Rollers Pirates, what do you want to go with her?
I don't believe I ever agreed to become your crewmate.
Well, you on my hip and you ain't going nowhere, so you better start the deal pretty quick.
I mean, we promised not to give you to Mistopheles. Thought this was implied.
I was trying to
Peppery-
be nice.
Peppery is like holding back laughter. She says, "No, I must insist. He doesn't have as much information as Captain Hurricane, as the Hurricane King's first mate would, myself. And so, I would offer you information, and in exchange, I would get that head. Don't worry, I have no intention of allowing him to become as powerful as he was, nor do I have any intention of fighting you."
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Yep.
I would rather beat her ass than give her this head.
Yeah, but we want the plot to move forwards.
We'll get the plot. Don't you worry. That's how DMs work. Amatrine will just be mad and he'll choke me later, and then he'll just give us a new plot thread
You'll
later.
like it.
Yeah. I think. Well, hold up. Once again, Blood Edge, do you want to go? It kind of sounds like you do, but do you want to, or are you just trying to get away from us?
He actually is quiet for a second, and he thinks.
You know, we don't. That is one of our main tenets. We don't force people to be pirates if they don't want to. So I guess this will probably make them be the main decider. I say
Yeah, says,
telepathically to Ida.
Blood Edge says,
There's no telepathic link at the moment.
Ah!
Aw, shit.
Way out of range.
"Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, you don't have telepathy? You don't have telepathy? Damn. I thought he had infinite range at this level. That's crazy.
I
Well.
get that next level.
Oh,
I write on a piece of paper and hand it to Ida.
Ida looks at it when no one else is looking.
It takes me longer than it should, so there's an awkward silence.
I like to imagine Peppery plays nice and pretends she doesn't see it.
yeah, she's like looking away and just like whistling, like, oh.
Yeah, this is the first time in many sessions they are completely out of range. Well, no, they were out of range when they were in hell.
That's true.
Oh,
That
yeah.
as well.
So yeah, I just pick up Blood Edge's head and I look at him.
He says, he looks at you, Ida, dead in the eyes, and he says, "Kill her now."
I put him back on my belt and I swing at her.
Oh.
Make an attack opportunity. Not attack opportunity. Just make a normal attack.
37.
She is gone.
Oh no.
You see,
done?
You see falling where she was is a little piece of paper. And yeah, she's effing gone, dude. I'm sorry. You without Hex here, you can't delay Defiance her. And that's
What did she cast to teleport away?
hold on. Essentially a modified emergency teleport. You don't think it was cast by her, you think this was contingency. Like, if she gets hit, she immediately teleports.
You'd also take the damage then if she got hit.
She
though,
would
right?
roll the damage. Roll the damage. She would take the damage. Roll the damage.
Nearly 40, 39.
The poorly. Yeah, she's gone.
Wait.
There's a little. Yeah.
She's intimidated for 40 rounds.
Okay, so we like cut to her teleporting away. She teleports to some unknown location, and she's just staggering. Her arm is broken where you hit it, and she's shaking. She smiles, gets up, casts some sort of spell to remove the fear, cracks her neck, and just readjusts posture and walks out. The note left behind says, I figured you would do something like this. It pains me to say it, but I don't think you'll make it in time. Well, I'm sure your kingdom was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Ida looks at it. Damn, it sure is crazy that Hex is already there.
And we cut over to Bull's Bluff with Hex.
It's gone.
Oh.
It's just gone. Hex teleports in, it's already gone.
Hex, the city is perfectly intact.
I want to display delusion.
Hex, everything's fine. You teleport to Ambrose. Ambrose is like working on this kitchen in the city. He's so happy that you guys have offered this opportunity. He's very, very busy. He takes Ederle and says, all right, mate, let's get you trained up. And Ederle like waves goodbye to you. And he's going. You hear you have telepath communication with Juliet and some other people in the city.
Yeah, pretty much.
You get
back in the city. I'm back to my network.
okay. You get a strange message through your teleportation network. You hear a sort of distressed message. It says, someone with the Hurricane King's flag is approaching Bull's Bluff. You go check it out.
Okay. There appears to be possibly a hostile approaching. Mike, ready the battle stations. Juliet, prepare for war.
Huh? What?
Juliet?
Juliet's on her phone. Juliet is like tapping away at something. Wait, what?
The Hurricane King might have arrived.
Huh? Juliet like rockets up and hits her shit on the table. Ow, fuck! What? Huh? What?
Flag. That way.
Oh, fuck. Okay. And she like whistles and you hear a commotion and then she just like talks into a radio and you hear like a siren go off.
And it's followed by the sounds of thundering footsteps. People are rushing to their homes. Juliet has told them what this means. This siren is like a things are bad siren, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the distance, you see clouds gathering. Looking out from a better vantage point, Hex and Juliet, you see a very, very small boat. Give me a perception check, Hex and Juliet. Mostly Hex because Hex actually has a leveled up character. But you can both roll.
Natural 6. I think that's one of the things I get.
Natural 8.
There you go. That's a 37 for me.
37. Okay. The two of you don't spot everything, but there are two main things. You see within the clouds. You see within the clouds a floating city slowly descends to break through them. This is a city Juliet is familiar with. She was there once. Do you remember when?
Hey, it's Cloud Houskin.
There you go.
The dragon?
Yup.
Well, the dragon and the city.
Yes.
On the ship, Hex. Wait, was Juliet here at this point? Yeah, she would have. Hex and Juliet, you both would know. That is the flag of the Hurricane King. However, there is a second flag that you can see with this perception check as well. Very basic knowledge history would tell you that this is the flag of the Lord of Gales. Are you familiar with that person?
Let's roll. Local?
Give me a local or a history.
Local, 39.
39.
I'll do a
you
history because it's different. And
Okay.
That's 47.
Okay. Hold on. I'm also getting up. Oh, excuse me. Some additional information.
I'm fast leveling Juliet in places that matter.
The Lord of Gales is a member of the Pirate Council. So that means he is one of the people most closely associated with the Hurricane King. The Lord of Gales does not travel with a crew. He travels almost always by himself. He is a rather unknown man. He used to be the captain of the Kraken. And once upon a time was a very, very successful man. He had a pupil, however, that had sort of changed his perspective on things. The pupil was a man known as, hold on.
Already got it for Tarragon.
The pupil was a man known as Icarus, the Candlebearer.
Hey, I remember him.
The pupil was killed by the High Rollers about half a year ago while they were attacking the lair of the Sahagi. Lord of Gales went into essentially a kind of self-imposed exile after that. We're about to say Goliath.
Oh, nothing.
Okay. History check, Juliet. Additionally, you know that the Lord of Gales is one of the strongest mages, like legally in Paizo, one of the strongest druids that exists. He is the Master of Gales. That is a very literal title. He is known to take control of and summon massive storms that destroy fleets of ships and small villages. Right now, you're beginning to put together that the clouds are forming a little faster than they should, and the weather is being directly manipulated. He is essentially using the weather sphere to slowly manipulate the weather. He is currently at severity 3. In about 12 seconds, he will move it to severity 7. This man will wipe out Bull's Bluff very, very easily. in probably a matter of an hour. What are you and Hex doing?
I'm gonna do Juliet's secret weapon, I guess.
Okay. The weather's changing. What's going on with Juliet? What's she doing?
Juliet runs to her desk and presses a button under it. And very shortly afterwards, the ground shakes and there is a roar as a massive gold dragon erupts out of the center of the city. And it just charges the like threat, essentially.
Mm. You watch descending from Cloud Houseskin is Houseskin, the whitish dragon. She descends in her humanoid form, beautiful. The air itself seems to carry her, and as your dragon approaches, she assumes full dragon form as well. And it's a dragon fight, baby.
Yes.
They are immediately swapping talons, wings, tails in the air. Their fight is happening. The Lord of Gales, though, she is not letting your gold dragon get closer. Like, honestly, she's not letting him get closer. Not without him risking immediate death. You have subdued one threat, though. Hex, do you have anything you could do to respond to this?
I could delaying defiance to reduce it by 1 round to slow it down. I have nothing for high speed. I have nothing for mass effects. I do have an event if he kills the city, though.
Can I ask you, delaying defiance? This man is literally controlling the weather. Hex, I like to imagine you take point at the highest possible spot in Bull's Bluff, and you activate delaying defiance. The weather is turning from tropical to stormy to hellishly thunderous. What?
It would just slow it from changing to the next step for 6 seconds.
Okay.
That's all it does.
No, hey, 6 seconds is a lot of time. The sirens are blaring.
Evacuate.
I think at this moment, Juliet, a village isn't ever controlled by just one person, right? It's a effort between many people, right? You have genuinely a good number of allies, people who are devoted to your cause, and they've helped you. They've helped you in a variety of ways. One of which is Jack Diamond and your favorite captain, whose name is escaping me right off the top of my head.
Pegsworthy?
Pegsworthy, thank you. You see them.
Ghosts.
Oh, and some ghosts, yeah.
They could tip his ship over.
You see Meryl Pegsworthy, Jack Diamond, Mike Hawk, the Vargas twins, all rushing for looks like to go a certain point in the city. And then you see Juliet, Ida's friend, Osgamoth the Bountiful.
Yes.
He's a very, very powerful devil.
Daddy's here.
When the rain starts to fall, it is acid and fire. It is not of this world, and it threatens to melt everything. Osgamoth, with some sort of deal he's made with your crew members, alongside Jaul Tabal, and a number of other kind of minor mages that have been hired to help with the city, erect a massive magical, sort of just like ceiling. It's not a full barrier. It's literally just like a ceiling, essentially. It is currently repelling the magical effect. It's buying you just a little more time. The Lord of Gales, furious, is increasing the onslaught. We cut back to Goliad and Ida. Juliet, you have the sending spell, right?
Yeah. Actually, what appears is a little hourglass. And it just has a message appeared, like on its chest, and it just says, "Please hurry." And that's it. And Ida turns to you, Goliad. "Follow me outside. We gotta go." Goliad, are you here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let's get going. Do we still have? Where did we put that Jin? Because didn't she have like control weather?
Jin! Yeah. She's here. She would have been. She actually could have gone to you. Yeah, she would be here. Valeria.
Yeah.
The Marid. Yes, I know what you're talking
Oh.
She is with the Treants and the Cyclopes right now. Just chilling. What are you guys doing? She's there. She looks at you. She says, "Something is wrong." What
Come
is
with
it?"
us. I run us outside, and Ida pulls out a coin and flicks it, and it makes that metallic ding, and it erupts into a massive oak tree. And she just turns to you and runs into the tree.
Follow.
Okay. Valia follows. You appear at the. Oh. You appear from the lower district of Bluff, outside of another tree. You see the storm. You see the barrier erected through your allies that is protecting the city from quite literally melting away. And then, of course, you see in the distance, the man, the myth, the legend, the Lord of Gales. You see Hex at the highest point in Bull's Bluff, basically buying just a little more time.
6 seconds every 12 seconds.
Yes, just like slamming her like massive butcher's axe down and like just reversing the magic slightly just to buy a little more time.
How strong is your telepathy? How far can you broadcast?
800 feet. From my location and from Mike's location.
And from Mike's location? Okay, Mike can be here.
Yes. Yeah.
Mike
he,
is close enough.
he has the earrings that lets him act as a secondary node. For me.
Okay. Then yeah, you guys are all linked up right now.
Hex, can you give me any juice?
You are now in range, so yes, I will cast my spell. She'll get an extra 5 caster levels, was it? Something like that.
I think so.
Oh my god. Okay.
Juice me up! She starts praying, and I'm going to burn my 1 hero point to cast a spell that I do not have prepared to counter this thing with another tornado.
Okay. So are you trying to use a tornado to essentially disrupt his casting?
Yes, basically, I'm trying to create another massive gust of wind to effectively counterspell the cool way instead of the shitty way.
Yeah, like noise can't. Okay, I get you. And how does this look?
So she just starts praying, and the wind starts to pick up around her, and she smiles because she's got it. And then she just shoves her hands forward, and a tornado appears, and it's like a beam clash, I think, with tornadoes.
Oh, can I like tell Valeria to like assist Ida?
Valia looks and like nods her head. She puts a hand on your shoulder, Ida. Your cash level gets popped up another 5 levels. Does that do anything?
I believe it does. Let me see.
And she's just focusing right now.
It brings the spell to its maximum potential. This would be a category 5 tornado.
It's like
The strongest there is.
what?
It's a
How
theoretical category 6.
is as a how that? Wow. This is bad. Oh, this is like a yeah. Honestly, Town and Chaos is better. Play that. Oh my God, it's a category 5.
Yes.
So we just like watch as these two mages who control weather and the fundamental forces of nature are duking it out, magic against magic. 2 dragons are tussling in the sky, and a barrier is slowly eroding away. Ida, I was gonna make you roll. With Valia and all the assistance of everyone, you cancel out the storm of the Lord of Gales.
Let's fucking go.
It neutralizes back to severity 1. Your spell ends, his spell ends. Swift action, he is going to slam down his staff. And this is kind of insane. He's going to cast
This is so hype, I'm shaking.
he's gonna cast. Is this? Hold on, just making sure. Okay, he's gonna cast Teleport Structure, and you watch as an entire warship appears out of a portal, in front of the city and begins laying siege. You guys are getting invaded. He is currently.
Let me in, coach.
Get in there, Goliad! Fuck him up! There's a captain on that ship, Goliad.
This is sort of what I need. So I'm gonna make you guys really frustrated here. I need you to tell me how you are going to deal with this. The town is being invaded by the Hurricane King. The Lord of Gales is actively summoning ships, with magic essentially via teleport structure. Somehow he's in contact with the ships to meet the requirements to cast a spell. You notice that other portals are starting to open. There are people like jumping and like off of the ships onto boats, riding in to invade the city. There are ships laying fire with long-range cannons into the basically undefended buildings. You hear screaming and fire erupting. How is the party handling this?
Goliad hasn't talked in a while. You go first.
You go first.
Yeah, I need to know one thing. Who can teleport me, and how far?
I've got one more, and there needs to be a tree nearby.
Wood counts, right? It once was a tree.
It once was a tree, baby. Let's
Sure.
fucking go.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait, hold on.
Let me in there. I'll roll a spellcraft. I'll roll a
I'm
spellcraft.
pretty sure that works.
What's it? What is it called? Tree war?
This is
What's it
tree
called?
stride.
Tree stride.
What I used before was transport via plants. This is tree stride.
Okay.
And the only reason I mention this is because, well, somebody's gotta stop the Gale dude from bringing in more people.
Absolutely.
The entire crew can take on whoever they bring, but somebody needs to hit that motherfucker in the mouth right now.
I can
Okay.
Let me
attempt
do it.
one more wrist strike, but since it hasn't been an hour, I have a 50% fail chance.
Let me give you that spellcraft.
Give me a spellcraft. Hold on. This is going to be a hard roll. Hold on. I'm saying you are purposefully twisting the spell to work a little bit differently in a stressful moment. This is going to be a harder check. Go ahead and make me a spellcraft roll. I'll see if you can twist the spell.
All right, come
Bolero,
on.
help.
Eat it.
I just look around.
Can I roll to aid using spell hack?
Yes, because you have an ability that can help him break rules. Yes, I will allow that.
Okay, it will use a thing. Oh wait, linguistics.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to roll? Who wants to roll first? Okay. Okay. Hex,
it's
I'll give you a
28.
plus 4. A plus 4 to your roll, Ida.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Okay.
It's a 28. I mean, Juliet is here, and there's no reason she couldn't help if you need me to.
That is not enough to hit the DC. Do you have anything else to make this higher? You rolled a 7.
Burn the D6 for momentum?
Yeah, I was
Burn
about
the
to
D6
say.
for momentum, sure.
Oh,
Wow.
30, 34.
34?
34. You are 1 off. Do you have anything else that can help you, or an argument to be made?
Oh, you just did the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, if Juliet can help, then it's easy.
And Valero, I'm sure she is both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Valero, hold on. Let me roll her. She's the one who matters. Juliet is busy right now. Unironically, Juliet is busy. That's enough. She has spellcraft. All right. That is you beat the DC of 35. Goliad, you appear on his ship next to the Lord of Gales. Okay. Hold on. I'm thinking.
Can I say something?
Yeah. So tell me what you want to say.
I want to look him in the eyes, say, "Get out of my fucking city." And
That's
walk
right.
towards him.
That's right, Goliad. That's fucking right.
Okay. I'm gonna let you get.
If I die.
What? You're gonna get 1 action, or not 1 action. What's the word I'm looking for? Give me like 1 strike before another thing happens. And this will be the last thing, I promise. I will not throw any more tricks at you. Well, no more bullcrappy tricks, I should say. There are other logical tricks I can throw. So give me like 1 strong hit.
Okay.
He's
okay,
absolutely flat-footed.
Lord of Gales, he's ready for scrapping though, bro. But
Brother.
He's also busy casting the spell.
Goliad literally just appeared out of the literal wood of the ship.
May I make a strike?
Yeah.
Within my range.
Yeah, no, I'll let you make a strike because you can attack through Goliad. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I will use Sense Motive. I would take 10. That makes it a 43. I have a +4 weapon. That makes it a 47. I'm hoping a 47 hits. And is
Okay.
as a swift action, I will use my new maneuver, Energize Doom,
Okay.
and then I will use the maneuver, Ruby Zenith Strike, which is then doubled because Doom.
Okay. So how much damage is he taking?
99
A 198?
times.
And
Times
Goliad,
2.
roll your damage. Roll your damage too.
Okay. Oh, so I hit?
198 plus.
Oh,
4.
yeah, you hit. You hit because he's flat-footed. That's the only reason why. And both just like write out your final damage just so that I can see it. I had to see if you one-shot him.
246 because I also take more self damage.
Wow.
So you're like hurting yourself to pop it. Okay.
Yeah, Energized Doom also hurts myself to double
Okay.
the effect.
Okay, 44.
Do you want that totaled?
That's 290 exactly. Okay. And Goliad, hold on.
Hey, can you give me a
This-
concentration check equal to the damage dealt to maintain casting a spell,
So he definitely doesn't. Damn. He definitely does not keep spell. He got 1 more summoning off. Goliad, you punch him so hard, he nearly sees the curvature of the earth. His staff goes flying into the water. He is not dead. He is very close to dead. He goes legitimately flying to the other side of the ship before you have the time to take another strike. From nothingness, you see. Hold on. I'm thinking.
There's something I would like to mention that's important.
He's got to
Grappling.
grab.
Yeah, you gotta grab. That's right.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Got to nab the grab.
Gotta grab him. Gotta grab him. I'm gonna tell you if it's over 20. Yeah, it hits. Yeah, he's a mage, bro. He has no. Yeah, you punch him. He goes flying. He bounces and you grab him. Okay. As you are grabbing him, before you can do anything else, from the wood, or no, from nothingness, a rift opens, and hold on, I'm double checking something. It's that person.
I have more, but I'll let you finish first.
Okay. You watch a hulking green orc, a monster, but beyond monsters, step out of the rift. Give me a quick perception. In the rift, you see two faces. You see the Hurricane King himself, and you see Peppery Longfarthing. She sees you, blows you a kiss, and out walks, I doubt you remember him, Jaundice Jape.
Wait.
Jaundice Jape looking ass.
He is monstrous. He's about 15 feet tall. His muscles are overgrown.
Get me up
and they're
there.
almost fusing with his body. He stands up, and he doesn't even care that you're grabbing the Lord of Gales. He's gonna go for a punch. Before we resolve that, Ida, like I said, there are multiple threats. There are two warships that are shooting on the city, and they haven't arrived yet, but there are rowboats of people rowing like basically infantrymen to like the city shores.
Mm-hmm.
The rain is stopped, the barrier disappears. It looks like a defense is organizing. You hear Phil Rain on the like announcement sirens, and he's just calling for aid and like rolling constant checks to like organize people, send them to the right places. It's gonna take a little bit of time for them to like actually come out and meet this force. What are you doing?
I think Ida really wants to go and help Goliath, but she's a druid and crowd control is her specialty above all else. So let me see which one of these is pretty crazy. Sure, shit's dire. Is this a standard action? That's so stupid. Ida clenches her fist and makes water rise up from the ground, and she shoves the oncoming force back out to sea by altering the river.
What?
Standard action. I sure do! God, I hope Corey's not
Be
here.
fair, we were fighting near a river.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. How far do you wait? What's the width and the? Okay, let me see.
5 foot
River-
wide per 2 caster levels, and 10 feet
Sure.
long per caster level.
What's your caster level for this?
11, if I'm not cutting
11,
Plus 5.
off. 16, baby.
16. Valia falls to her knees. She's like, she cannot help you anymore. 16. So that would be 8 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
40.
30, 35, 40 feet wide and 160 feet long.
Yup.
Okay. Okay. You push back the water, and is this concentration as well? Like, do you maintain this, or is it
No.
just one and done?
It just happens.
Okay. You buy the necessary time with that spell for, you probably forgot about them, but the boys in blue, the guards of the city. Remember,
Yeah.
you spared a lot of them. Jaul is leading the charge as the Psionics Division, Anti-Mage Division, Night Owls, and Watchmen that you all once fought appear in their astral forms and begin to set up a firing volley from the shore.
God.
The fight switches as the people on the boat start rowing back. You bought just enough time for an entire volley to ring out, bullets piercing through the wood and flesh, bloodying and reddening the waters below. Don't get it twisted. They're still a threat. There's enough of them that one volley is not going to get enough, but you are being reinforced right now. Hex, what are you doing to respond to this?
At this point, I'm just going to help Goliad with the gale.
Okay.
Well, also, Mike Hawk, if you have any Chilaxian saboteurs on their ships, it is time to activate them.
I understand, Mistress. I will make sure those ships are disabled temporarily. Mike Hawk pulls out a sending stone, says something that even you can't hear. For a few rounds, the ship's fire stops. And then, Hex, are you gonna fight like remotely from Goliad, essentially?
Yep. This is a radio fight.
Okay, I like to imagine you just like are standing perfectly still with your axe, and Goliad, you feel Hex almost beside you, ready to fight this essentially hulking monstrosity.
Pretty much, Hex on the mountain ain't moving. An astral copy of Hex that's appearing and disappearing next to Goliad is doing all the movement. Okay.
And sadly, that is where we'll end the
Action.
session.
I will aid another.
Yep.
Gasp.
That's where we end the session. I mean, Lance knew it was coming.
There's actually going to be a fight involved?
Yes. Next session, there will be a full fight. It will be a
Have-
little chaotic, but it's okay.
I have
Wait.
one thing that needs to resolve because I will forget about it later.
Tell me now.
Magic killing grasp since I grappled him. Count as a dispel magic.
Oh,
On
roll
the-
that now. Yeah, roll that now.
Yeah.
I'll make a little
It's
note of it.
it's the grapple check. Count as it.
Okay. So yeah, it's not greater, just normal, right?
Yeah, it's just normal. As though you're making a targeted dispel magic. Your grapple check to the effect on the target. Yeah.
So it just
The
dispels his
DC.
highest level thing.
Yeah. And I rolled, what was it, 44? Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled something crazy.
So, I mean, unless his caster level's in the 30s, it's not.
And then I have one question as well.
Yeah, what's up?
Do I need to put in the effort to level up Juliet, or am I good?
Hold on. Juliet's gold dragon is fighting Howskin. Juliet can just take up a command position.
Okay.
She doesn't have to be there if you don't want to. It's up to you. It might be good to just make sure you know how to play her, but you don't have to move around. The people coming on, attacking directly, are going to be grunts, but there's so many of them that they are a threat. You know what I mean? Yeah, and next session, the invasion of Bull's Bluff will commence and hopefully